All right, everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to Mets Weekly as we are live this very moment on YouTube and on X for watch along coverage of Mets versus White Sox game 131 of 162, the third and final game of this three-game set against the White Sox here in Chicago. But before we start, make sure to subscribe for live episodes of the Mets Weekly podcast following every single regular season series. Make sure you guys are on the lookout for tomorrow because, of course, after this series wraps up today, there will be a new edition of the Mets Weekly podcast tomorrow. Carson, maybe Andrew, maybe Frank, again, all depending on scheduling, will be live tomorrow to discuss the Mets versus White Sox series. And, of course, this is the deciding game. So whoever wins this game will take the series as the White Sox took the first game. And we saw the Mets took the second game of the series last night. For those of you watching or listening on playback and want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on post notifications to know when we go live. Make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and TikTok. Follow us individually. The links are all down below in the description as always. But what is going on, people? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday afternoon. Nice and sunny over here in New York. Nice and sunny over there in Chicago. And yeah, we're live here for another watch along. Another live stream as well. And yeah, obviously this is the rubber match of this three-game set. Obviously in the first game, we saw the Mets got off to a quick start offensively. They had a lead going to the middle innings until the White Sox offense started going. They got to Sean Manaea, where he then would proceed to let up 3 straight home runs. And we saw eventually the White Sox walk it off in the bottom of the ninth. So they took the first game. And then yesterday, the Mets had a huge offensive explosion today, or a huge offensive explosion last night. We saw Luis Robert, of course, former Chicago White Sox player who the Mets acquired in the offseason last season for Luis Acuna. He ended up hitting 2 home runs. Carson Bench ended up tacking on a home run as well. Bo Bichette, he's had a solid series for the Mets so far. And yeah, listen, obviously it's a rubber match, so we'll see who wins this game. And, listen, not that I think the Mets are going to climb their way back to a playoff spot, but they're playing good baseballs right now. They're winning ball games, and they're slowly climbing back to 500, even though when you still look at the record-wise, they're still a long way from 500. I believe there are 11 games right now under 500. They're 59-70. Yeah, 59-70 right now is the record. So, hey, but listen, if they keep winning games, cool. If they don't, that's also fine because it helps their draft pick. But listen, we all know, like we've been talking about this the whole season so far. The reason why the Mets are in this position is because they did it themselves, because they struggled early on. Their offense was very lackadaisical. Their pitching was solid for the most part, but it was mainly the offense and kind of the defense for the most part that that was the reason why this team put themselves in such a deep hole at the start of the year. And listen, like I said, now it's just, the games really don't mean anything. It's just, I just want to see some of these guys play well offensively, defensively. I want to see the pitching, pitch well. And listen, again, if they win games, cool. If they don't, that's also fine. But listen, of course, we'll be here live to break down everything and to talk to you guys as well during these ball games. So game's about to start in 2 minutes. We do not have a pitching graphic for today, so I'll read you guys the numbers for each pitcher as as SNY brings it up. But anyway, let's get into the starting lineups for today. So leading off and playing shortstop for the Mets, Francisco Lindor. Batting second and playing third base, Bo Bichette. Batting third, playing right field, Carson Bench. Batting fourth and playing left field, Luis Robert Jr. Batting fifth, playing first base, Eric Waggaman. Batting sixth and DHing, we have Christopher Morel. Batting seventh and playing second base, Marcus Semien. Batting eighth and playing center field, A.J. Ewing. And batting ninth and catching behind the dish, Francisco Alvarez. And on the mound for the New York Mets, right-handed pitcher, Nolan McLean. Moving over to the White Sox side of things, leading off and playing right field, we have Antonacci. Batting second, playing first base, Munetaka Murakami. Sorry. Batting third and playing third base, Miguel Vargas. Batting fourth and DHing, Andrew Benintendi. Batting fifth and playing right field, Brandon Montgomery. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, Colson Montgomery. Batting seventh and playing second base, Chase Meidroth. Batting eighth and playing center field, we have Peters. And batting ninth and catching, we have Rogers. And on the mound for the White Sox, left-handed pitcher, Newcomb. All right, but yeah, first pitch is about to go in a minute. Let me just get the graphic going for you guys so we can have it in the top of the first already. So, I don't forget before, the first pitch actually happens. But, yeah, let's see what happens. And of course, guys, we also have memberships that recently just launched. I believe was it 2-3 weeks ago now. Standard and a what's called it's standard and a premium membership. Again, they are not mandatory, but if you do want to, become a member, again, it's all it's all optional. The standard one comes at $6.99, and the premium comes at $12.99. So again, if you want to become a member, that's cool. If you don't, that is also fine as well. Like I said, it's completely optional. We do have a couple members already. I believe we have two. So thank you to those guys that did become members. And here we go. First pitch of the game misses up and away from Sean Newcomb. 47 games, 3 starts. So mainly a bullpen guy. 1.3 record with a 2.44 ERA. The 1-0 pitch is in there for strike one. 1-1. 1-1 pitch misses down and away for ball 2. 2-1 misses inside. So a 3-1 count here to Lindor to start off the ball game. Three-one pitch, swung on a missed, and now it's a full count here to Lindor. Three-two, and that pitch is fouled off the screen. 3-2. Three-two again, and Lindor hits that ball down the line, base hit. That ball's going to roll into the left field corner. Lindor's going to make the turnaround first base and head into second with a stand-up double. So a quick start here for Francisco Lindor and the Mets with a lead-off double. Good piece of hitting there. It was a 3-2 count. Newcomb challenged him and took that pitch and took that ball right down the left field line. So there we go. Quick start here for the Mets. Let's see if they can bring him around now. All right, now that brings up Bo Bichette. First pitch to Bo, misses low and away with the fastball for ball 1. Bo this season batting .268 with 14 home runs, 66 RBIs, 713 OPS, 3 for 9 in this series with 2 home runs and 2 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch fouled away with the cutter. And there's a look at Bo's home run from last night. The 1-1 pitch, Bo fouls that fastball away. One-two pitch, Bo tapper back to the mound. Newcomb fields it cleanly, tosses over to first, and there's 1 out. And there's a look at the White Sox defensive alignment. Sean Newcomb on the mound with Jake Rogers behind the dish. Miguel Vargas at third. Colson Montgomery at short. Chase Meidroth at second. Murakami at first. And the outfield from left to right. Antonacci, Peters, and Brady Montgomery. Now here's Benj, who fouls away that first pitch. Benj this season batting .276, 16 home runs, 53 RBIs, 761 OPS. In this series, he's 4 for 9 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. So good series so far for Carson Bench, and his numbers keep climbing as he's making a case for Rookie of the Year. That 0-1 pitch misses outside with that fastball. Good take there from Bench, 1-1. That pitch is in there at the knees for strike 2. 1-2 pitch swung on a miss for strike 3. Bench goes down on the outside sweeper. And after a leadoff double, Newcomb gets the next 2 outs. And now that'll bring up the left fielder, who had 2 home runs last night, and former White Sox, of course, Luis Robert Jr. He's batting .222 this year with 9 home runs, 22 RBIs, and a .700 OPS. This series, he's 3 for 8 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. The first pitch to Robert misses outside for ball 1. Burnt, what's going on? I'm here to like this for Matt, and now I'm gone like Kaiser So's. Oh, thank you, Burnt. 1-0 pitch, fouled away, or fouled back to the backstop, 1-1. Thank you for the like. We always appreciate that. It makes you guys, because right now we have 28 of you guys watching, so right now, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell as well. You guys are awesome. We all appreciate you guys here on Mets Weekly. You know, that includes Carson, Andrew, Frank, Evan, me. We all love you guys and appreciate you guys, so thank you as always. The 1-1 pitch misses downstairs for ball 2. Two-one misses downstairs for ball 3. Oh, and guys, just a warning. Depending on how long this game goes, I might have to leave early because I have to pick up somebody from a place. So, yeah. So just to let you guys know, you know, if you see that the stream does end up getting cut off early, it's because I have to go somewhere to pick up somebody. But yeah. All right, now it's a 3-2 count here to Robert. And the Mets right now have the second best record since the trade deadline, only followed behind the Phillies. 3-2 pitch to Robert, swung on a miss for strike 3 on the curveball, and that is the side of the inning retired. So the Mets get a leadoff double from Lindor, but they're unable to bring him around. And we head to the bottom of the first, where Nolan McLean will take the mound and he'll face Antonacci, Murakami, and Vargas. 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. JS saying maybe the Mets just need to clean out their closet. Doesn't do much for this season, but potential 27. I mean, who knows? Again, it also might just be a case where the pressure's off, and they're not really just thinking; they're just going out there and playing baseball, which is kind of what you should be doing in general. Because once you let the pressure get to your head, and again, I think as a professional athlete, you should be able to play under pressure. If you can't, to me, that's kind of a red flag. But we're in a situation where essentially the season's lost. You sell for the trade deadline. You're not really thinking. You're just going out there and playing. And I think that's part of the reason why this Mets team is playing well right now, because they just, don't get me wrong, they care, but it's there's just no pressure. They just go out there, play their game, and that's it. And like I said, that's the main reason why I think they're playing so well as of right now. Because don't get me wrong, while record-wise they're not a good team, they do have good individual pieces. It's just they weren't able to put it together this year. And there's a look at the starting lineup here for the Chicago White Sox. First pitch from McLean to Antonacci's fouled away. Look at McLean's numbers this year: 25 starts, a 9.8 record, 3.34 ERA in 142 2/3 inning, and a WHIP of 1.16. 111 hits, 54 walks, 162 strikeouts. So a very, very weird season for Nolan McLean, because overall it's a solid season, but obviously we do know that he had that struggle back in May/June where he was getting hit hard, couldn't command the strike zone well, but ever since then he's kind of figured it. He has figured it out, and he's been a lot better. But yeah, now he's ahead 0-2 here on Antonacci, who's batting .267 with a .754 OPS. The 0-2 sweeper misses down and in for ball 1. Listen, McLean's going to be a very good pitcher for this Mets team in the long term. So I am not absolutely worried about him. I have the utmost confidence in him. Again, pitchers, young players, they're gonna end up struggling at some points in their career. So, listen, it happens. I'm not shocked that he ended up struggling at that point of the season. It did suck to watch. Don't get me wrong, but it was natural. Again, young players like that, they end up going through points in like a season like that, especially the second year, as McLean gets Antonacci's strikeout here on the sweeper. So, like I said, it was a good learning experience for him. Obviously, he came up, he dominated opposing hitters, opposing teams. They picked up on his tendencies, they made adjustments, and what did McLean do? He looked at it, evaluated everything, and ended up making adjustments. To get back ahead of the opposing hitters. Here's Murakami, a first pitch sinker misses outside, and it also helps when you have a good pitching coach like Justin Willard to help you make those adjustments. The 1-0 pitch, that sweeper misses way outside for ball two. Hornet, what's going on? Saying, hey, Matt Alvarez again. Why are they doing my guy Torrens dirty? I'm not sure, man. Torrens has been going on very well so far, and he pitches. Oh, I've noticed at least McLean does pitch better when Torrens is on the mound, or Torrens is behind the dish. Listen, I don't know why they went with Alvarez, but it is what it is. Jay is saying he's still young. These are growing pains. Young arms will have to go through. The pain will help him grow. Absolutely, 100%. 2-1 pitch, fouled away that fastball, and now the count's 2-2. Two, and that sinker is in there for strike three at the top of the zone. McLean gets Murakami frozen as he sits him down for the second out. And now with 2 outs, that'll bring up Miguel Vargas. So, very good piece of pitching there from Nolan McLean. All right, first pitch to Vargas. That fastball misses upstairs for ball one. One zero. That fastball's in there, low and inside for strike one. Vargas this season made 245, 29 home runs, 74 RBIs, and 854 OPS. The 1-1 pitch, that sweeper's in there for strike two. Beautiful sweeper there. One, two. And that pitch is hit on the ground. Lindor up with it, fields it cleanly, throws over to first, and the inning is over. So a clean 1-2-3 inning here for Nolan McLean. We head to the top of the second. It is 0-0. All right, get the scoreboard updated here for you guys. Right. Do you see Ben getting some hardware at the end of the year, maybe Rookie of the Year? I mean, he's putting his name into the conversation. Don't get me wrong. I still think a guy like Sal Stewart is probably the favorite right now. Probably the favorite as of right now. Obviously, Weatherhole, he was an early favorite, but he's kind of cooled off since his hot start. But listen, if Ben just keeps playing well, maybe he does sneak in and ends up winning Rookie of the Year. Who knows? 1-1 pitch to Wagamans, fouled away. 1-2. Horn saying the one and only mention during this game about the whole City game. I looked. Yeah, they were shit yesterday. I was not happy about that performance. Only good thing is Baleba's coming in, and they better bounce back against Ipswich next Sunday, because yeah, that game was fucking awful. But I guess the only other good thing is that one game doesn't decide. What's it called? One game doesn't decide your season. Well, I mean, they haven't been fully shit. They've just been up and down. Like, they haven't been up to their full standard of what they were under Fergie. But they've had all right seasons, but not up to the standard where they should be of winning league title, winning Champions Leagues. Like, they've had solid seasons where they finished second, third in the top four. They picked up a couple of trophies here and there. Won the Carabao Cup in 23. Obviously, 24 wasn't a great season, but they won the FA Cup. 17 under Mourinho in his first season, they won the Carabao Cup. They won the Europa League. They've gotten to a couple finals, so it's not like they've been fully ass, but it's just not been up to the level where they should be as a club. Obviously, that's down to many other factors, but yeah, I still think they'll have a good season this year. Obviously, like I said, the game last night or yesterday was fucking awful. It was shit, but I still think they'll have a good season. I think they'll finish in the top four. I think they'll probably finish third. I hope they're at least challenging for the title this year. Maybe they pick up a trophy here or there. But yeah, 1-2 fouled away. Yeah, one game doesn't make a season. Try telling my Tottenham friends they're in meltdown. I mean, listen, Tottenham, it's kind of different because back-to-back seasons you finish 17th, and then you just spend a shitload of money, and you still get your ass beat by Brentford 3-0. So it's like, I can at least see it from a Tottenham fan's perspective. 2-2, pitch misses up and away for ball 3. Three-two, swung on a miss for strike 3. Morel goes down on the fastball. And listen, like I talked about before, like one game doesn't make your season. Back in the 21-22 season, and that's the season, and this was even before United re-signed Ronaldo. First game of the season, United versus Leeds. They fucking beat the shit of them at Old Trafford, 5-1. Bruno with a hat trick. I think Pogba had like 4 assists or 3 assists, something crazy like that. And then United end up finishing, I think, 6th that season. So, and then like you go to the next season, under the first season on Erik ten Hag, even though it didn't finish well, what's it called? United lose the first 2 games, lose 2-1 to Brighton at home, and they get spanked 4-0 by Brentford away. And, they end up, it looks like the season's going to go to complete shit. And then they end up bringing in Casemiro. They go on a hot streak, finish top 3, win the Carabao Cup. They made it to the final of the FA Cup, even though they did lose to City, which sucked. Semien hits that ball up the middle. The second baseman, Majdroth, plays it on a hop, and he makes a throw over to first base, and the side is retired. So, strong inning here for Sean Newcomb. We head to the bottom of the second. Game is tied at 0. So, like I said, the game and the results fucking sucked last night or yesterday. But one game doesn't make your season, and they need to bounce back. Simple as that. Listen, they got Baleba coming in. Hopefully, they do get a left back as well. Probably do need a center back as well. I know I just saw freaking that Ahmad got injured. Obviously, he wasn't in the squad last night, but they're saying he might be out up to 6 weeks, which sucks because I like Ahmad a lot, and that's an attacking option that's gonna be on the sidelines for 6 weeks, which is not great. But yeah. I think this season's Arsenal's to lose. This season looks solid. I mean, yeah, Arsenal's the favorites, and they should be the favorites. First pitch hit into the outfield and Benj makes the catch. 1 out. So Benintendi flies out there on the first pitch. And there's look at the Mets defensive lineup. McLean on the mound, followed by Torrens behind the dish. Bichette at third, Lindor at short, Semien at second, Eric Wagman at first. You outfield from left to right. Robert, Ewing, and Bench. And obviously DHing is Christopher Morel. But yeah, no, look, Arsenal is the favorite. They should be the favorite. They looked good as they beat Coventry 3-0 at the Emirates. So, yeah, but listen, we'll see. It's a long season. First pitch to Montgomery in there for strike 1. Brandon Montgomery this season banked 235, 5 home runs, 32 RBIs, 705 OPS. It's 1-4 in the series. The guy that I did like for Arsenal, though, he made his debut, Premier League debut, was Tolice, who they bought from, or Zolis, they bought from Bruges. He looked solid on the left wing. 1-1 pitch. That pitch missed. The umpire called a strike, and Montgomery will challenge, and that pitch should be overturned. JS saying, I'm thinking we see an outfield of more Beto, Ewing, and Bench next season with Soto as the primary DH/4th outfielder. We could see Soto end up DHing more. It is certainly a possibility. But again, we'll see. Are they giving Alvarez a run to make a decision on the offseason? They could be. That's that is definitely a possibility. 2-1 pitch misses outside with that sweeper, so a 3-1 count here. 3-1, and Montgomery held a swing, and that sinker missed outside for ball 4, and a 1-out walk here for the White Sox. And now, as Braden Montgomery goes to first base, Colson Montgomery will step up to the plate. No shot Alvarez has Luis Torrens' face on his belt. Well, there you go, Hornet. I mean, you wanted Luis Torrens. You got Luis Torrens. It's just, he's on the belt buckle. Oh, one swung on and missed. Oh, wait, Torrens is catching. So I guess Carson then made a mistake there with saying Alvarez was playing. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, no, my bad. Yeah, I guess Carson just made a slight mistake there. All right, Torrens is catching. 0-2 pitch misses in the dirt for ball 1. Jay is saying, I think even Soto himself would admit more Beto is a better defender out there. Just let him focus on abusing baseballs and let the kids play the field. Listen, we've always seen that Soto's a guy that's always team first. Like, he always says, it's like, wherever the team needs me to play, I'll play. So, if they want him to DH more, I would assume that he'd be open to DHing more. He seems like that guy that just wants to win. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Montgomery goes down on the curveball. So a strikeout here for Noel McLean, and now there's 2 outs, and now they'll bring up Chase Meidroth. First pitch to Meidroth, that fastball's in there at the knees for strike 1. Oh, 1 is in there for strike 2. Oh, 2 Ball's hit on the ground. Semien gets it. He's up with it over to first base. And that's the third out, and the side is retired. So a one-out walk here for the White Sox, but McLain's able to work around it. We head to the top of the third with the ball game still tied at 0. So good work there by McLain. But Bill, what's going on? Saying McLain looking sharp so far? Absolutely he does. Getting a ton of swing and miss on his stuff, a lot of movement on his stuff as always, and he's just doing his thing, which is what we like to see from McLain. We need to rename McLain to Cletus McLain with that stash, yeah. Definitely a nice southern stash. Ewing hits that ball on the ground, and he beats it out to first base. Was a chopper there to the first baseman Murakami, but Ewing uses his speed and is able to beat out that play to first. Close play. We'll see if the White Sox end up challenging it. I mean, I think that's going to stand because I don't think there's enough evidence to overturn if the White Sox do end up challenging it. Because the initial call by the umpire was safe. So play under review here. What's the rules of tie? I mean, it's always the old cliche. If it's a tie goes to a runner. I don't know if that's the actual rule though. Paul's kind of saying I don't want out runs. I like to runs. But the thing is like with this play, like the umpire called it. The umpire called him safe. So and again, you need definitive evidence to overturn that call. And from there, I just don't think there is definitive evidence. And again, that's me being fair. Because if that was the other way around, and if that was for the White Sox, I would say the same thing. I think at least it should stand and be fair. But we'll see. Yep. Runner. Yep. Ewing is safe. Like I said, not enough evidence there to overturn it. So good hustle there by Ewing. He's been struggling lately, and maybe that little base hit is going to help him, break out of the slump. So there we go. Lead off base hit and base runner here for the Mets. And now the White Sox will make the call to their bullpen. Newcomb will come out. He was the opener. He pitched two plus innings, and now Erick Fedde will come in out of the bullpen. Jay is saying Fetty's likely the bull guy that if the Mets can get to him, it'll be a long day for the White Sox. Absolutely, 100%. All right, now it will be Luis Torrens up to the dish. First pitch to Torrens is in there for strike one. Torrens this season batting .243, 8 home runs, 33 RBI, 723 OPS. The 0-1 pitch misses inside for ball one. And there's the highlight of Torrens' home run from last night, an opposite field home run. One, sweeper misses outside for ball two. Torrens fouls away that pitch. 2-2. And he fouls the pitch away again. Two fouled, tap foul from the home plate. Torrens hits that pitch up the middle, but fielded by Meidroth over to first base, and a double play. So Erick Fedde comes out of the bullpen, and he gets a quick double play here. And just like that, 2 outs. All right, now back to the top of the order. Here's Lindor. First pitch sweeper in there for strike one. Lindor is so far 1 for 1 with a double. He's a career 8 for 25 hitter against Fedde, .320 batting average, 1 home run, and 7 RBIs. 0-1 misses upstairs for ball one. Bill's talking about wanting to see Ewing steal there. Obviously, that would have took the play away. And JS saying this is why Ewing was trying to steal to avoid literally that. Yup. 1-1. Lindor hits that ball out to right field. That ball's going to carry, and it's going to go off the wall, and it's going to drop in front of Montgomery, and Lindor is going to hold at first, but a wild throw, and Lindor will hold off first. I thought that ball was going to get out of here, but it just stays up as it hits the top of the wall. And Lindor only gets, it's only a single for Lindor. I thought he probably thinks he got enough of that, but or it didn't even hit off the top of the wall, hit off the bottom part of the wall. But I thought off the bat that ball was gonna get out of here. But anyway, stays in the yard and it's a single. It's a long single for Lindor. All right, now brings up Bo. First pitch swinging, hits that ball out to center field. That ball will carry, but it's going to die along the chain link fence as Peters makes the catch, and the inning or the side is retired. So the Mets get a couple of base runners, but unable to bring anyone around. 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Apologies there for making anyone think that that ball was going to get out of there. And like I said, I thought that ball was going to get out of there, but stayed in the yard. All right, first pitch to Peters here from McLean, and he goes around on the swing. 0-1. 0-1 misses for ball one with that sinker. One one, and that pitch is hit foul down the right field line. One two, fastball misses up and away. 2-2 count. 2-2, beautiful backdoor sweeper right there. Gets Peters frozen, and that's a strikeout to start off the bottom of the third for McLean. Beautiful backdoor sweeper there from Nolan. First pitch here to Rogers. Fouls off that pitch, 0-1. All one is foul away again. And now the count's 0-2. Jake Rogers batting 178, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs, 616 OPS this year. He's 1 for 4 in the series with a home run and 2 RBIs. And of course, that home run and 2 RBIs was the walk-off home run against the Mets in the first game. 0-2. Sweeper fouled up up the left field line. And that pitch is in there for strike 3, and Rogers goes down for a strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts here at McLean to start off the bottom of the third. And he was called on strikes there on that sinker. So there we go. Good start here for McLean. Now here's Antonacci as we're back to the top of the order for the White Sox. First pitch sweeper, misses outside for ball 1. 1-0, sweeper, misses outside for ball 2. 2-0, that pitch is hit over the head of Lindor and into center field for a base hit. So a 2-out single here for Antonacci and the White Sox. Their first hit of the afternoon. All right, here's Murakami now. First pitch sinker, misses up and away for ball 1. Murakami struck out in his first AB. One 0 sweeper misses outside for ball 2. Two 0 sweeper misses outside again for ball 3. So McLean just losing the strike zones here a little bit here in the bottom of the third. Three 0 swung on a miss at that sinker. 3-1. Three 1 in there for strike 2. Full count now. Three 2 from McLean, and that pitch misses down and in for ball 4. So now the White Sox have first and second with 2 outs here. And now they'll bring up Miguel Vargas. All right, first pitch to Vargas, sweeper. And that pitch was in there. Umpire called it a ball, but Torrens challenges that pitch, and it's going to be overturned. And yep, that pitch was a strike, so a good challenge there from Torrens. Oh, 1 pitch misses up and away for ball 1. One pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2-1. Hits top of the zone. 2-2 count. Two-two. Pitch is foul back into the seats. Two-two. Tap foul. Two-two. Again, fouled away. So Vargas making McLean work here. Oh, look, it's Fabs. Happy birthday, man. You are so sexy. Thank you, Fabs. Love you as always. Everyone go shout out Fabs. Bros. One of the best guys that I know out there. True legend of the game. 2-2. Sweeper misses down and away. Full count now to Vargas. Hell of a deck hockey player, too. Three-two. Misses him. Oh, come on, McLean. Really? Torrens challenged that inside pitch, but that pitch definitely missed, and yeah. Love you, baby. LFGM. Love you too, Fabs. All right, first pitch to Benintendi. Sinker in there for strike one. Oh one. Swung on and missed at that sweeper, and now the count's 0-2. Oh two. In there for strike three. McLean got the first two outs quickly, struggled in a little bit, got the bases loaded, but then he's able to get out of it with a strikeout there on Benintendi. So we head to the top of the fourth. Game is still tied at 0. Baseball fans, what's going on? Saying K. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. Give me a second. Alright, guys, we're back here for the top of the fourth. Benj leading off here. And the count is now 2-1 to him. What's going on, baseball fans? Bill saying McLean gutted that one out. He 100% did. But credit to him for getting through it. 2-1 pitch. And that ball's hit up the middle, but fielded cleanly by the shortstop. Throws over first. And Benj is retired. But now look, credit to McLean there, because, lost all his command there, and then he was able to stick with it and got through it. Like I said, the pain will help him grow. 100%. Agree with you, JS. McLean's our guy. We love him. First pitch to Robert. Misses up and in for ball one. 1-0. Ugly swing there from Robert. And now the count's 1-1. Doug, what's going on? Saying, how can anyone want Alvar back on the team next year? I don't know. I guess some people like his bat. Robert hits that ball up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So a 1-out single here for Robert. Fourth hit of the afternoon for the Mets. All right, and now coming into pinch hit is not Eric Wagman, Jared Young. He comes in to replace Eric Wagman, our favorite Canadian. First pitch, fouls it away. 0-1. Jared Young, the season bank 272, 8 home runs, 30 RBIs, and a 788 OPS. And that ball is hit to Murakami, throws it to second, over to first, high throw, and Jared Young's able to beat out the throw. So he avoids the double play, but now there's 2 outs with a runner on first. He's Timu Gary Sanchez. I do see that comparison. Catchers are in high demand. Met Dopo would never pinch hit in the 4th inning. All right, now here Christopher Morel fouls off that pitch, or fouls off the pitch, 0-1. Morel's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the ball game. Oh, 1 misses down and away for ball 1. Mets in the last 17 games have 30 home runs, the second most in the major leagues during that span. The only team with more is the Cubs with 31. 1-1 pitch, misses down and in, and Jared Young is thrown out, trying to steal second base. So that retires the side, and the Mets go down scoreless again. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Ball game still tied at 0. And yeah, he was thrown out. All right. Back to the mound for McLean. Hornets saying Vientos must be gone in New York in the offseason. Absolutely, I don't want Vientos back. He can go away and go play for whatever franchise. I've had enough of them. They never score from McLean. Get used to it, Scooble. Listen, I hope Scooble's on the team. I don't think he will be. I think he will resign with the Dodgers, but we will see what happens. Steve Cohen just has to offer him the most money. That's all he can do at this point. As bad as Vientos is for us, at least he's one tool. Beatty and Alvarez or Alvarez have no tools. All right, Jared Young is in to play first base after pinch hitting for Eric Wagman. And now here is Braden Montgomery. First pitch sweeper is hit on the ground right to Jared Young. Flips to McLean, who covers first base. 1 pitch, 1 out. Oh, there we go. Saying he's likely getting non-tender this offseason. He'll also suddenly figure it out when he's the starting third baseman of the Colorado Rockies. Now, listen, if he wants to go hit in Coors Field, let him go hit in Coors Field. Because we all know that at the end of the day, he's a flawed baseball player. So it is what it is. First pitch now to Colson Montgomery. Swung on a miss there at that sweeper, 0-1. Montgomery's 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout in the ball game. Oh, 1. Pitch is popped up into right center. Ewing calls off Benj, and he makes the play. 2 outs. So quickly, 2 outs here for McLean. Good job there by Nolan. First pitch now to Chase Mydroth, and that sinker almost clipped him, but it avoids him. Misses for ball 1. One 0 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-1. One, and that ball is hit down the right field line, but it goes foul into the seats. One, two. That ball is hit to Bichette. Fields it cleanly. Throws it first. Inning over. So quick 1-2-3 inning here for Noel McLean. We head to the top of the 5th. Ball game tied at 0. Matt, you realize Vientos still has more homers than Beatty and more RBIs than Alvarez. That's how bad they are. Listen, I get that. I don't like Vientos. I don't like his bat. I don't like his attitude. And again, no speed, no defense. Again, I don't see him fitting on this team. Especially we know when eventually you're gonna have a guy like Soto who's gonna transition to DH. Like eventually he's gonna have no role in the team because you can't give him a defensive role, or you can't give him a spot where he has to go out there and play defense because again he's got awful defense. We've seen he can't play third base, can't play first base. So yeah, like I said, eventually if the plan is to move Soto to DH, where are you gonna play? We're gonna play Vientos. Well, okay, yeah, yeah, but again, two things could be true. Again, they're not great players, but neither is Vientos. I'm not defending those two. I'm just saying Vientos is bad. I don't like him personally. And listen, that's cool. His bat is technically capable of hitting 30 home runs, but he's inconsistent. We've seen it over the last 2 years after that 24 season where he went off. He has no consistency in that bat whatsoever. Well, listen, if you want all three gone, that's fair. But I'm not defending Beatty nor Alvarez. I want Beatty gone. I think Alvarez could be usable. I don't think he'll ever live up to his potential, but I think he's the best 3. In my opinion, he's the best one out of those 3. Now, listen, that's not a high bar, but that's just in my opinion. I think Alvarez is the best one out of all those 3. Again, you could have your opinion. You could think. Speaking of Beatty, now he's into pinch hit. Listen, Doug, you could have your opinion and think that Vientos is the best player of those 3. That's completely fine. I just don't agree personally, but that's your opinion at the end of the day. And listen, we're all able to have our own opinion, and I respect that. And I respect that. I respect that that's your opinion. All right, Beatty had the count here 2-0. 2-0, tap foul. Two one misses inside for ball 3. Three one, hit on the ground. Second baseman fields it cleanly, throws it to first. 1 out, and Beatty is retired. What else is new? Oh, Brett Beatty sucks. All right, now here's Marcus Semien. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out today. First pitch misses down and away for ball one. One zero misses upstairs for ball two. Semien pops that pitch up. The second baseman out to get it. Meidroth makes the catch. 2 outs. All right, now here's Ewing. First pitch swing, fouls it away. 0-1. Ball one. Oh, that pitch misses for ball one. Torrens, Gold Glove winner. Listen, Doug, I agree with you about Torrens. I like Torrens. I think he should be the starting catcher. And yeah, this I agree. You don't need a catcher to be Piazza to win. I agree with that. Listen, I like Torrens. You guys know that. And I would have Torrens be the starting catcher because, again, I like his bat, and I think defensively he's a lot better than Alvarez. Not that I think, I know he's a lot better. All right, 2-2 now to Ewing. And Ewing goes down there on the backdoor sweeper. He strikes out. So half inning done. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. 0-0. Yeah, it's a 719 OPS he has now, Doug. Now, look, again, I agree with you about Torrens. I like Torrens. All right, first pitch, hit on the ground to Semien, and he throws it first, and Pierce is retired. So again, one pitch went out for McLean. All right, now first pitch here to Rogers. Misses inside with the cutter. Ball 1. 1-0. Pitch is in there for strike 1. One one, and that pitch is hit foul. 1-2. One two, misses upstairs. 2-2. Two hit back to the seats foul. Two, and that pitch misses upstairs. Full count. Three two. Rogers hits that ball to left field. That ball will be caught by Robert just along the wall, and 2 outs. Let's see how close that ball was to getting out, because I thought for a second as Robert jumped up, it was going to go over him. I might have maybe just scraped the top of the wall, but Robert there with a good catch there to make the second out there. All right, now it brings up Antonacci. Backdoor sweeper in there for strike 1. Antonacci's 1 for 2 with a single. Oh, 1 missed outside, but the umpire called it a strike and no challenge there from Antonacci. So now 0-2. Oh, 2 misses inside for ball 1. One, two, and he did not go around, so 2-2. Oh, and that pitch hit him. All right, so Antonacci will go to first base. And they're going to check, but nope, they won't challenge it. And that pitch did hit him. Yep, that nicked him on the shin. First pitch to Murakami. Misses up our strike, and Murakami will challenge, and that pitch will be reversed for ball 1. One 0, backdoor sweeper in there for strike 1. Murakami's off one with a walk. 1-1, swung on a missed. 1-2.
1-2, and that ball's hit on the ground. Jared Young, little bobble, but he recovers, makes the play. So another score sending from McLean. We go to the top of the sixth, 0-0. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Give me a second. Back here for the top of the sixth as Torrens grounds out on 2 pitches. So 1 out here now for the Mets. And now we will go back to the top of the order with Lindor. All right, around the majors this week of baseball, Seattle MLB top pitching prospects. Katie Anderson goes 5 2/3 innings with 3 earned runs debut. For the Phillies, 8 straight wins. As they lead, or sorry, did it say they cut the NL East lead? Yeah, cut the NL East lead to 3 games. For the Orioles, Pete Alonso, 14-game pitch streak, 481 batting average, 7 home runs during that span. And Giancarlo Stanton suffers setback, may miss the rest of the season, so that is a loss right there for the Yankees. All right, now that brings up Lindor. He's 0 for 1 right now in the count. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. Lindor's 2 for 2 so far with a double and single. 1-1, and that pitch is tapped back to Fedde. Takes the ball to the bag himself. 2 outs. All right, Bichette now up. He's 0 for 2. Fouls it away. 0-1. Oh one, fouled away. 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Bichette goes down on the low pitch. Ugly swing, and he strikes out. So another scoreless half inning for Fedde and the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 0-0. Maximus going on saying, is McLean our next to Grom? Pitches games with no, or pitches Jets with no run support? Could be. All right, first pitch now here to Vargas. Fouls off that sweeper. 0-1. McLean at 81 pitches right now. Oh one hit, and Jared Young underneath it makes the catch. 1 out. So a quick first out here for McLean. All right, now that brings up Andrew Benintendi, who's 0 for 2. Got 50 of you guys watching right now, so make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell as well. You guys are awesome. We all appreciate you guys. Thank you guys as always. You guys are awesome. First pitch sweeper misses outside the Benintendi. 1-0. Fouled away. 1-1. How bad did United look losing? They looked very bad. Very bad. 1-1, swung on a miss. 1-2. Had possession of the ball, but had no offensive penetration whatsoever. Didn't really generate any big scoring chances. I think maybe Mbumo had one overhead kick that got saved. And yeah, they couldn't defend the set piece yesterday. They saved their life, so yeah. And they just got freaking bullied off the ball the entire game. Losing so many battles. They deserve to lose. 1-2. Sweeper misses outside. 2-2. But yeah, like I said, they need to bounce back into Ipswich next Sunday. No excuses. Two misses. Full count now. Who's the better defensive catcher? Alfred or Wilson Ramos? Ramos way better hitter. I don't know. Both of them are not great defensively. 3-2 misses outside for ball 4. Benintendi walks. I don't know, but maybe I might give the edge just to Ramos, but both of them are not good defensively at all. All right, now that brings up Braden Montgomery. First pitch swinging, fouls it away. Oh one, swung on a miss at that cutter. 0-2. Oh two. That ball's hit on the ground. Semien up with it. Throws it to second. Over to first. And Montgomery beats out the throw, so no double play. But still a runner on first, but this time with 2 outs. And now that'll bring up Colson Montgomery. Look at the AL Central standings right now. White Sox lead division 67-62, followed by the Guardians, then the Twins, the Tigers, and then the Royals are last. All right, first pitch to Montgomery. Hits it on the ground. Semien gets it over to first. And the inning is over. So another scoreless inning here from McLean. We head to the top of the 7th. The ball game is still tied at 0. So no offense at all right now for any of these two teams. This one's flying by, absolutely. And that's probably going to be it for McLean too, because he was at 92 pitches after that. So probably will take him out unless they're going to let him start the inning. But we'll see what happens. Because it's gonna be Mydroth, Peters, and then Rogers. So he's gonna face the bottom of the order. So maybe they let him start the 7th. Who knows? We'll see. And of course, no game tomorrow as well for the Mets, so they have a day off. And then they start a 3-game series against the Brewers at Citi Field. And then a 4-game set against the Astros at Citi Field. So, 7-game homestand after this game against the White Sox. First pitch to Benj, misses up and in for ball 1. Benj is 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout and ground out. One 0 pitch, misses down and in for ball 2 with that sweeper. Two 0 misses for ball 1. Oh, sorry, 2-0's in there for strike 1, sorry. 2-1, misses downstairs, ball 3. Three 1, and that pitch is hit foul at the left field line. Up the first baseline, sorry. So now it's a full count here to Benj, and Denel Nunez is warming up in the bullpen, so it looks like he will get the bottom of the 7th for the Mets. Why is Christopher Morel on this team? Seriously? It's probably because they just need people to fill out the roster. He's not going to be back anyway next year because he's just not good, but yeah. 3-2, fouled away. Three-two, and Bench hits that ball to left field. That ball will carry, and it's gonna go. It's gonna go drop in front of Antonacci, the left fielder, and it's gonna hop over the wall into the White Sox bullpen for a ground rule double. So a leadoff double here for Bench and the Mets. That ball kept carrying away from Antonacci. Tried to make the diving play, but it fell just in front of him, and a leadoff double. So the 5th hit of the afternoon for the Mets. Now to Robert, who's up here now. He's 1 for 2 so far. One-zero pitch, clips the inside corner for strike 1. Robert, like I said, 1 for 2 so far with a single back in the 4th. One misses downstairs for ball 2. Get me my Patriot back. I hope they bring back Brooks Raley in the offseason. He'll be cheap and he's always effective. Three-one pitch misses downstairs for ball 4. Robert walks. Now the Mets have runners at first and second with no one out, and now bring up Jared Young. And yeah, they're going over to congratulate McLean. Still looks like his day is done. And like I said, it's going to be Nunez to come in for the Mets in the bottom of the 7th. But hopefully the Mets can get a couple of runs here. Up, and that'll be all for Erick Fedde as the White Sox go through their bullpen. All right, first pitch here to Jared Young, and that pitch missed downstairs. The umpire called it a strike, but Jared Young will challenge, and that pitch will be reversed. So it's going to be a 1-0 count now. One 0 misses inside for ball 2. Two 0 misses downstairs for ball 3. Three 0 hits the zone for strike 1. Three 1 fouled away, and now it's a full count to Jared Young. God bless that arm, absolutely. Matt Wasanga's first BS be a Pete Homer or a Yankees game. I don't know. We'll see. 3-2 pitch, and Jared Young goes down swinging on the sweeper. And that now there's a huge first out here for the White Sox and Smith. I got physically ill seeing Pete in an Orioles uniform from Howie tribute. All right, now that brings up Alvarez, who comes in to replace Christopher Morel. First pitch in there for strike 1. Alvarez is seen batting .236 with .732 OPS. The 0-1 pitch clips the outside corner again for strike 2, so good back-to-back pitches there by Smith. And Alvarez calls time. .02 misses upstairs for ball 1. One, two, and that pitch is in there for strike 3, and Alvarez goes down on the backdoor sweeper. All right, now that'll bring up Semien. First pitch to Semien misses down away for ball 1. White Sox challenged it, but that pitch definitely missed. So ball 1, and the White Sox lose one of their challenges. Both teams have one challenge remaining. 1-0. Seven hits that ball. Foul. One. Pitch misses outside. 2-1. Doug saying they ain't scoring today. Good possibility. It doesn't happen, but we'll see. Two one, foul back. Bill saying it feels like a 1-0 game. Yeah, probably. Good chance that happens. 2-2, swung on a miss. First strike, 3. Semi goes down the curveball. So the Mets get a couple runners on. They're unable to bring them around though to score. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 0-0. All right, now here's Dednell Nunes out of the bullpen. 6 games this year, an 8.53 ERA. He's 0 for 1 in save opportunities, 6 1/3 innings of work so far. As he faces Chase Meidroth. First pitch bunting, Bichette, and that ball goes foul. Bichette looked like he was going to make the play, and then dove back out of it, but opted to not play that ball as it went foul. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. 0-2. Oh, 2. That ball's hit on the ground. Bichette up with it, throws it to first, and there's 1 out. Good play there by Bo. And now that'll bring up Peters, the center fielder. Peters is 0 for 2 so far. First pitch from Nunez. Fastball right down the middle, but he swings and misses over it for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed again. Now Peters is down the count 0-2. Neither of these teams could score in a brothel today. You're not wrong, Hornet. 0-2 from Nunez. And that ball is hit through the hole. Base hit. And Peters will get on base there with a one-out single. Second hit of the afternoon for the White Sox. All right, now that brings up Rogers. Rogers is 0 for 2 today. Nunez with a throw over. Peters is back in safely. First pitch, and he fouls it back. Oh one, swung on and missed. 0-2. Oh two pitch, and it just misses for ball one. Nunez thought he dotted the outside corner, but that pitch did miss, and it was a correct call by the umpire. 1-2 pitch, and he went around, and Peters is in there safely as he steals second base. So a strikeout, but Peters does successfully steal second base. So now with 2 outs, the White Sox now have a runner in scoring position. And now we go back to the top of the order with Antonacci. Daniel Duarte warming up in the bullpen. First pitch misses for ball one. One 0 misses up and away for ball two. And Jeffrey Ann joins Daniel Duarte in the bullpen. 2-0. Pitch is hit on the ground. Foul. Maximus saying couldn't get McLean 1 run. It is what it is. Two one, and he went around on the swing. 2-2. Two-two pitch from Nunez, and that pitch is popped into right field. Benj underneath it makes the catch. 3 outs, so a scoreless inning out of the bullpen for Nunez. We go to the top of the 8th. Game is again tied at 0. We're still tied at 0. I will be right back, guys. Give me a second. All right, guys, we're now back for the top of the 8th. Smith's still in for the White Sox as he faces A.J. Ewing. First pitch, swung on a missed. Oh, sorry. It's fouled away, not swung on a missed. And Carson's actually going to join us in a couple minutes. And Ewing hits that ball back to the pitcher, who makes the play and tosses over to first. And that's the first out here in the top of the 8th. All right, and now that will bring up Alvarez with 1 out and the base is empty. I'm sorry, Torrens. That'll bring up Torrens. Torrens takes that pitch in for strike 1. Torrens so far today is 0 for 2. See if you get a base hit here. 0-1, swung on a miss at that high fastball. Got 70 of you guys watch right now, so as always, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share, the notification bell as well. You guys are awesome. We all appreciate you guys here on Mets Weekly. So keep up the good work as always. Appreciate you guys. 0-2 pitch, hit on the ground. Second baseman Mydroth over to get it. Comes up with it, makes the throw at first base, and now there's 2 outs. And now we'll go back to the top of the order here with Lindor. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Lindor so far today, 2 for 3 with a double and a single. 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2-0. Misses outside for ball 3. 3-0. Ugly swing there from Lindor. Should have been ball 4, but he swings and misses, and now the count's 3-1. And Lindor pops that pitch up just outside of the infield. Mydroth goes over, makes the catch. 3 outs. So again, the Mets go down in order. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Game is still tied at 0. What is a mystery squishing dumpling? I have no idea. 1986. Your guess is as good as mine, but I guess the Mets got to do some type of giveaway. All right, now yours, Murakami, as he faces Daniel Duarte out of the bullpen. No, your comments are there, Doug. You're not shadow banned. White Sox or Murakami challenged that pitch, but it was definitely a strike. And now the White Sox got a challenge as Murakami's over 2 so far with a walk. 0-1, misses downstairs for ball 1. I don't know, YouTube. Hey, I don't know. I don't know why you can't see your comments. That's weird because we haven't done anything. So 1-1, misses down and in for ball 2. I don't know. Maybe exit out of the video and come back. I don't know. I don't know if this is a new thing or if this is just it's been like that before. But yeah, we didn't do anything at least. Murakami fouls that pitch back 2-2. Two-two pitch. Murakami fouls that pitch off of Torrens. Oh, and there we go. Carson's here.
Oh, we're in a fist fight.
Two-two. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Murakami goes down on the sweeper. 1 out.
All right.
All right, now that brings up Miguel Vargas, who's 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Duarte is tap foul.
Have you finally had enough of Alvarez? I mean, I've been kind of like going after him all year. He's kind of a little dopey.
0-1, misses upstairs. One misses up and away for ball 2. Two one misses low for ball 3. Three one swung on a miss at that cutter. Full count now to Vargas. Three two popped up foul.
All right, now it's working. There we go.
Three two is hit through the hole, base hit. 1 out single for Vargas and the White Sox. Their 3rd hit of the afternoon. Now that brings up Benintendi, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch misses up and away for ball 1. 1-0, misses inside for ball 2. Two 0 in there for strike 1. Two one. Vargas hits that ball to right field, and it's going to get down off the wall. Bench will chase after it. Vargas will take the turnaround third, and he'll come in to score. White Sox take a 1-0 lead. There we go.
Well,
Benintendi with an RBI double, and the White Sox lead 1-0. They break the deadlock.
all damn troop. Well, Luis Angel Acuna in the pinch run for Benintendi.
Oh, I guess you get the third base. All right, Acuna comes into pinch run.
Infield's in.
First pitch swinging. 0-1. Braden Montgomery up. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
Chop the whole damn regime. Cigar.
That pitch. Okay. 1-2.
Chuck, the man who made the Nazis run.
One, two. Hit in the air, but it goes foul. One, two, misses. Two, fouled off the foot.
Listening to music, I can't do that. Can't listen to music? Ken?
Two in there for strike 3 with that front hip sinker. 2 outs.
All right. Bichette, Benj, Robert in the top of the 9th. I guess it's Grant Taylor. Well,
First pitch to Colson Montgomery. It misses for ball 1.
At least they put up a fight, right?
Swung on a miss. 1-1.
That's one of the reasons why I want Bichette to stay. And also, Bichette's actually been pretty good for a large chunk of this season.
And no Beatty. That also helps.
Yeah, and no Beatty. Beatty's baseball terrorism.
1-1. And he went around the swing. 1-2.
Bichette's been pretty much himself for quite a few months now, so you gotta suck for like 2 months when you get a 9-figure deal with the Mets. It's kind of the rule.
1-2. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Inning over. White Sox get the first run of the game on an RBI triple from Andrew Benintendi. We head to the top of the 9th. Mets will have a couple of shots here to top the ball game. If they can't score, that's going to be the ball game.
Bo's been fine. Bo's been what he originally was. He just sucked for the first 2 months. It is what it is. Pretty much everybody on this team has been too late to the party. Everyone, top to bottom. All right. They trying to gas this shit up, man. Okay. Grant Taylor.
All right, sheds that ball right to Mydroth. Throws over to first, 1 out.
Brenton Doyle comes into play center field. Tristan Peters goes from center field to left field. Acuna remains in the game as the designated hitter, which is one of the best oxymorons of all time.
Benj up now. He's 1 for 3 so far in the ball game. Count as a 1-0. Bench hits that ball to left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Benj will hold it first, so 1 out base runner here for the Mets. Their 6th hit of the afternoon. Benj's 2nd hit of the afternoon.
He just doesn't quit. Come on, Robert. They discarded of you for a Nepo baby. Take it personally.
First pitch to Robert, misses, low and away for ball one. Robert's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk.
0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. That ain't gonna get it done.
1-0, tap foul.
Took someone's head off right there. Come on, Bobbert.
One pitch misses inside with the curveball for ball two.
Karate chop the whole damn regime.
Senga warming up in the bullpen. 2-1 misses for ball three.
Jared Young on deck for Canada.
Three one Robert misses upstairs for ball four, and the Mets have runners at first and second with 1 out, and Jared Young will come up to the plate.
Do it for Canada, Jared.
Jared Young is over 2 today with a fielder's choice and a strikeout.
Do it for the country of Canada.
First pitch to Jared. Misses upstairs for ball one. Good take. Jared Young this season with runners in scoring position 18 for 54, 333 batting average, 20 RBIs. 1-0. Curveball misses for ball two.
That's a big league take right there. Big league take. As the kids would say.
2-0. Misses inside for ball three.
Come on.
Rio takes that pitch in there for strike one.
Come on, Jared. His name is Jared.
Three one. Hit up the middle, base hit! And that's going to bring home a run to top the ball game. Benj goes around third. He'll come at the score. Robert holds up at second. Jared Young with an RBI single ties up the ball game at 1. Pitch down the middle. Got his pitch and hit it right back up the middle. And we got a tie ball game now. And the Mets still are threatening here because they still have runners at first and second with only 1 out.
Ooh. It's getting interesting. All right, Alvarez.
I like this. Young doesn't drive automatic. He's got the clutch in the car. I like that comment, JS.
The only upside to him actually failing there was that we could have played the video, but I guess not.
He took that silver medal personally. 1-1 to Alvarez. He's
No,
0 for 1.
Wait, the Olympic game wasn't in that wasn't in Chicago. Never mind.
No.
No. Never mind.
It was in Italy. 1-1. Pitch
So the same
misses
place,
down.
I mean.
Yeah. Semyon on deck here.
What was that? What was that?
Two 2-1 Ugly swing there. 2-2.
Ken, I think Jared Young politely told you to eat shit, bitch. That must suck. Because Ken just doesn't have faith in his team. It's not a good
2-2. Misses downstairs. Good take from Alvarez. It's a full count now.
Come on, Alvy.
3-2. Swung on a miss.
This fucking guy, man.
Alvarez strikes out, and now Semien will come up.
Marcus the Simeon. Easy to say once it happens. Yeah, kind of. That's kind of how that works. It ain't over till it's over. Yogi Berra, Yogi Berra said that. Ken, you were like, what, 80 years old when he said it?
First pitch, Semien swings and misses over the cutter. 0-1.
Maybe Beatty will come up. Beatty was actually subbed out of the game. If you were paying attention and knew how baseball worked, you'd know that he was subbed out of the game. Dumbass. You've been
Pitch
waiting
misses.
for this, Matt, don't you?
What? What happened? Oh, for you two to fight? Yeah. I always look forward to
Come on,
that.
Semien. Marcus the Simeon.
One.
Oof.
Pitch way up high, misses. But the catcher's able to keep it in front of him.
That is now Grant Taylor's 6th blown save of the year.
Two one misses upstairs. 3-1 count.
Another big league take there. No, I kind of just ignore you
3-1.
because you say the same 7,000 things over and over again. Speaking of one of the things you mention constantly, Simeon, nice play. Nice walk right there. And I could tear you to shreds at any point. Like, I could tear you down completely at any point. Just sometimes I choose not to. Especially when I'm doing play-by-play. I take my craft very seriously.
Bases loaded now, and here's AJ Ewing. He's been struggling, but let's see if he can get a big hit here.
Oh, sorry, 7,000 times. It's always either Semien, Polanco, or Alonso, or Stearns. Those four things, he's always mentioning that every single time. I tear you down every moment. Yeah, I've noticed. You try, but I still keep coming back the next day. It's crazy.
First pitch to Ewing. Hits top of the zone for strike one. Ewing will challenge that, but Mets will lose their challenge. That pitch caught the top of the zone.
Ken thinks this is his channel.
Probably.
Crazy. Why are we challenging that?
I don't know.
For shits and giggles?
All right. Both teams out of challenges now. Oh, 1. Misses upstairs for ball one. Almost hit him. One. Misses upstairs for ball two. 2-1, foul the way.
I would like the Mets to score again here.
Would be cool.
Come on, man.
2-2. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Ewan goes down on the high fastball. Mets tie the ball game up on an RBI single from Jared Young. We go to the bottom of the ninth, 1-1.
And this kid is going through it right now.
Well, that happens.
It is what it is.
He'll be fine.
No, he will not.
Oh yeah, I
This
forgot.
is the end.
He's washed now. Yeah.
This is the end. This is the ledge. You might as well jump off of it.
All right, Senga will come in.
I don't see who else you would put in the lineup though. I mean, would you start Pache for a game? I don't know. I mean, if he wants a day off, if they want to give him a day off, give him a day off. Allow him to clear his head. Senka about to be 0-9. Yeah. It's 7, 8, and 9 for the White Sox, so he should be able to do something here. Send this to extra innings.
Yeah, I'll have to leave in like 10 minutes. If the game doesn't end. All right, here's Senga out of the bullpen. 51 and 2/3 innings, 7.66 ERA, 20 appearances, 4 and save opportunities so far. First pitch misses to Mydroth for ball 1.
Oh shit.
What?
Senga.
1-0 misses for ball 2. Two-0. Pop back, foul those seats.
Where are all the Albi apologists in the media lately? They've been quiet. No, because they're now branching off to Torrens being so red hot right now. What closer will be available? We need one. Adrian Marajón could be someone that you bring in to get closer money. Actual closers, I think Raciel Iglesias is available. I really don't want him. There is somebody else who's available too. Bednar is available.
2-1, hit on the ground. Bichette fields it cleanly, throws it to first. Hopper, but Jared Young makes the play. 1 out.
That's one. Trade for Miller. Dude, I would trade almost anyone for Miller.
Yeah!
Miller! Just don't trade Filipino for him. You know?
Yeah.
Don't try to change the culture when the culture's already damaged. Williams belongs in the 8th. Duarte is going to be middle relief. I know he's been on a fantastic run, but he's middle relief stuff. Come on, Senga, for God's sake.
2-0 misses for
I
both
hate
three.
you. I hate you. I hate you. Duarte, Williams, Senga. I hope if it all goes well and he gets healthier, it'd be Nunez, Williams, Senga.
3-0 in there for striker.
Duarte, your middle is middle relief. You need a 7, 8, and 9. And Williams, I'd put in 8.
Three one. Hit in the air, out to center field. That ball gone. Peters with a walk-off home run to center field, and the White Sox.
Superstar closer!
And the White Sox win the ball game and win the series.
I hate him.
Two walk-off home runs for the White Sox in this series as they take 2 out of 3 from the Mets. All right, well, it is what it is. Anyway, guys.
Make that 3 straight shit can outings for Kodai Senga, but hey, powerful reliever.
Well, that's going to be it for us, guys. Tomorrow, no game. Mets are off as they travel back to New York to start a 7-game homestand against the Brewers, and they play. I said it earlier, but I forgot. They play the Brewers and then the Astros. So yeah, but there will be not a post game, but a podcast stream tomorrow. What time, Carson? 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock?
Probably 5, 6, possibly around there. I don't know.
All right. Well, make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. But yeah, we will be back on Tuesday for the watch longs. Only a couple of them left. Was it 30? It's gonna be 30 of them now left. 31. So because this is already 131 to 162, so we're getting down to it, and season is almost over. But anyway, guys, and I believe we also reached up to 81 live viewers. So as always, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell as well. You guys were awesome. We appreciate you guys. But anyway, guys, see you guys next time, and let's go Mets.